The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to the A Show. We decided to start a little bit late since we noticed that people were coming in a little bit late. So we thought we would give you some time to find your seat. So, hello. So, hi. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're calling this the What If Show. So we have some what if theories for you. So if you are open-minded to think about some interesting things, we have some interesting things for you to ponder. Eva will be joining me. She's having some problems with her computer. Shocker. And no, it's not cold here. I just have Ren Fair hair and I just haven't done anything with it. I'm also sick. So there's some evil thing going around again and I've caught it. So I'm not feeling my best. And yeah, there's that. Speaking of on that one, you guys take, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Take your vitamin D. Seriously, take your vitamin D. Most of us are vitamin D deficient, severely vitamin D deficient, especially with the weather change and the lack of light. So you can't take enough vitamin D. It's not something you can overdose on. So this time of year, I mean, always take your vitamin D. It actually lifts your mood. It makes you feel better and it helps with depression. But this time of year, definitely start cranking it up. So normally I take a high dose one, a 5,000 IU, but I take that 3 times a day normally. So now I'll be taking it a lot more than that. So I think vitamin D is more important than vitamin C when it comes to, having colds. And I'm looking at everybody coming in. Let me check real quick, see if she's going to join us. She's having all kinds of computer issues. Okay. Yeah, she's restarting. So I see lots of people. Oh my God, right? So Jamie's saying, F this traffic, too many people in Florida. So I had to drive over to Pasco today and I'm seeing, and they're not snowbird cars. They are Florida plates. So I'm thinking that these are snowbirds with Florida cars because these people are these are bad drivers. They are going, it was 50 miles an hour for the speed limit. They were going 45 in the 50. First off, get the fuck out of the left lane. Okay. Get the fuck out of the left lane. It's the passing lane. Secondly, don't ever do the speed limit, let alone less than the speed limit in the left lane. Third, why do you feel the need to cross over 3 lanes? Why? And then twice I saw people come to a dead stop at an exit lane. It clearly said this right lane is exit only, but they came to a dead stop to try and get back into the flow of the highway. Yeah, FlickFlow activated. This is happening here. It is nuts. I don't know, where are these people going? What are they doing? They're down here to chill, right? They're retired. Yeah, so that's what's happening here in Florida right now, and it's they're totally driving vaccinated. I don't know what's going on there. So, but be wary, leave extra time as a bumper, and watch out. I was just sitting there at the red light, and I hear this behind me, and I look, and I realize this person behind me came within a quinter of slamming into my bumper. She was just, I don't know what she was doing, texting or something, and just slamming into my car. Anyway, I just want to say hi. I see Michael. I see Alex. Cool, awesome dude. Chuck. Hello. Speedway. Bigwig. Allie. Winona. We saw somebody this weekend that stole your idea. We went to the Ren Fair, and this chick had her wheelchair tricked out and went full warrior and had her, her black cat, like a black cat stuffed in the little basket in the front. It was awesome. I think Eva sent you that picture. War Demon, yo, what's up? Ben, Rob, let's see, who else is here that I'm seeing? Of course, we already talked to Jamie. Am I missing people? Oh, there's Peter Vinton. What's up? Woof, marvelous woof. Yeah, and in case I forget to tell you, not next weekend, the weekend after that, the weekend after the Saturday after Thanksgiving on the 30th, I will be in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. I'll be at WrestleCade. So please come see me, because I don't do appearances in North Carolina very much, and it's been forever since I've been there. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. Eva will be there with me. So come see both of us. We will be having a good time on that day. So yeah. So don't forget. And if you are on the show and you like it, please like us and subscribe us, and set your notifications and share the show. It really, really helps. We appreciate that so much. The more people who do that, the more clout we have. We look kind of important. So help us do that, please. So like us and subscribe. And here we have beautiful Miss Eva D joining us.
Hi.
Welcome. So
Welcome.
yeah. She's making her fashionably late entrance. You get your written out?
Yeah, sure.
Good deal. And Ben Rob's asking, did you catch, oh my God, Wix posted about iguanas falling out of the trees? I think I saw that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I saw that last year when we had like a cold snap, and we heard, iguanas were just falling out of trees. And it's funny, iguanas are an invasive species here in Florida. Matter of fact, a lot of our stuff that we've come to know and love are invasive species here, including snowbirds. So Ben Rob, he's asking, are restaurants allowed to serve iguana down there? That's a good question. I mean, we serve alligator. So
you know what? I'm going to bet some places do. We just don't know about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess they probably do, because I mean I've seen rattlesnake, I've seen frog's legs, I've seen alligator. So it's Florida. This is a weird place. We're like in another country here. We have our own rules. It's weird. When we left here recently, we noticed they changed the signs, and it was "Welcome to the free state of Florida." And when you come in, and when you leave, you are now leaving the free state of Florida. Come back soon. And it was like, when did that happen?
I love it.
I know it was cool, but it was like that's unique. And Red Sunny, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us, Jameer. Yes, with pythons. You're right. Pythons are an invasive species that we have down here now. What else? We got a bunch of weird stuff here.
All kinds of different lizards too.
Yeah, ton of them, and just a lot of bugs, a lot of plants that kill other plants. Brian, welcome. And just so you guys know, I actually saw a lot of your notes this week, and I am getting your cards out to you, and I'm taking your addresses down, but I am doing a Christmas card this year. I will send one out to you. I'm spending a small fortune, so postage and everything. So I am happy to do it because I love my people. So if you want one, all you have to do is go over to patreon.com, April Hunter, and join up. You don't have to you don't have to pay anything. You can join as a free member, or if you join up as any kind of a paid member on any paid tier. Thank you. We appreciate the support. That's me and the girls. We all appreciate the support. But you can also just be on there as a free member, and there is a post on there telling you how to get a holiday card. So it'll give you the directions on how to do it, and just follow those directions, and you ask and ye shall receive a card. There you go. Simple.
They're cool cards.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of interesting news we can cover, and then I wanted to go into this what if. So one of these what if, the topic here is things that I've been thinking about lately. I do this when I'm alone a lot. So did you guys know that pendulums synchronize? And if you get two or more metronomes, they also synchronize. And when women live together, their menstrual cycles synchronize. And when people live together, their moods synchronize, especially good moods tend to synchronize. So what I want to talk about is the science of this synchronicity, the science of energy entrainment, and what if things are not what we think they are? What if we are far more responsible for what's going on in the world than we realize, take responsibility for, or even understand. What if we're being manipulated to create situations that are not in our best interest? So, I mean, do you want to go right into that, or should we just wait on that for a minute?
I think that's a great idea. Go for it. I mean,
Okay.
energy is everything, right?
So,
Words are
yeah,
everything.
energy is everything. We know that words and colors and sounds all carry their own vibration, right? And hi, Steve.
Mhm.
Thanks for joining us. We were talking about how if you have two or more pendulums, they synchronize, and two or more metronomes synchronize. And when women live together, their menstrual cycles synchronize. And we have a lot of synchronicity because the universe and energy wants humans to synchronize. They want their energy. The energy wavelengths are such that it does not like when there are different wavelengths, when people are on different wavelengths. So, and when you have people living together, we tend to get on the same wavelengths as far as moods and things like that as well. So if everything is energy, what if we are responsible for the things that are happening to us? And what if we are being manipulated to create bad energy? So we know that lower energy, fear, is a 20, let me make sure I have this right scientifically. Let me find this. Because fear and enlightenment are opposite ends of the spectrum. So, okay, 20, I believe it's 20 hertz is shame, whereas enlightenment is 700 as far as the different spectrums here. So if you are living in fear and you are vibrating at that frequency, that is a really, really low frequency, right? And if you are vibrating at a 700, especially if that is one of the most contagious energies, that is very, very contagious. So this is research on emotional frequencies. Hang on. There we go. Research on emotional frequencies. It's a groundbreaking study by Dr. David Hawkins and the Institute of Noetic Sciences demonstrated the existence of an energy field generated by various emotions, sometimes described as a consciousness field. Using a technique called applied I can't even speak today. Kinesiology, just an ology. It's just an ology. A movementology. There you go. Dr. Hawkins, I'm sorry, I am sick. I'm on cold meds, and there you go. Just figure it out. I know you guys are smart. Dr. Hawkins developed a scale that assigned a distinct frequency value to different emotions, ranging from shame, 20, to enlightenment, 700 plus. Emotions such as fear and anger had lower frequencies, while emotions like love and joy were found to have higher frequencies. Based on these findings, researchers have also delved into the therapeutic potential of using emotional energy in healing practices. Dr. William Tiller, a former Stanford University professor, found that positive emotional states could aid the healing process. As my mom had cancer, she only rented comedies. I know a lot of people, it's like laugh. Laughter is one of the most amazing things you can do to heal yourself. So don't forget that, laughter. Okay, so this research has further led to the development of healing modalities like Reiki and the emotional freedom technique, also known as EFT, which manipulate emotional energy fields to improve well-being. So the ripple effect of emotional energy, this is the thing that's really interesting. And I think we've all experienced this when we walk into like a room or an area and we can feel like that negative energy and we're just like, ew, there's some stuff going on here. We got to watch out. There's not a fight that's going to break out, like we can feel it. Or you walk into someplace and you're like, ooh, this is a kind of a cool vibe. I like this. I'm feeling pretty good. Walk into a gay club and you're like, yeah. So the music's good. So yeah, the ripple effect of emotional energy. When we emit emotional energy through our thoughts, feelings, and actions, it has the potential to affect not only us, but those around us. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute, and that's a whole nother podcast right there, HeartMath. By the way, HeartMath stops at 6 feet. So 6 foot distance is where you stop synchronizing and connecting with other people.
Gee, we've heard 6 foot before.
I know. Where's 6 foot distance coming from? That's crazy. Anyway, researchers at HeartMath Institute have found that the heart generates the most strong electromagnetic field in the human body, which our emotions can influence. Research at the Institute also shows that feelings of love and compassion can create a synchronized harmony between our heart and brain frequencies, positively influencing those around us. Contrastingly, emotions like anger, fear, and frustration can cause an erratic and unsynchronized heart and brain frequency pattern, negatively impacting our environment and the people around us. Our emotional energy can not only create a ripple effect in our immediate surroundings, but may also extend outwards, ultimately influencing collective human consciousness. Understanding the power of our emotional energy helps us lead a more authentic and self-aware existence and emphasizes our interconnectedness with the world around us. We are connected, hive mind. So there's more to this, but hang on a second. So this could be, yeah, exactly, Winona. It makes sense. Control the hive mind, control the hive. That's how most cults thrive. They control the hive mind. So, as I spell things. Now, if that's the case, and we know this, and hello, Elliot, and Kenny P, welcome, welcome. If we know this, and we know this is scientific, and we know that everything is made of energy, what if there are forces out there who are either using us to manifest terrible events like hurricanes and mass shootings and just terrible energy, low energy events that affect humanity, that keep us at an even lower vibration too. Like, look at all the Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, all the storms that have caused mass deaths and so many people being put out. Look at, unfortunately we've gotten, and I hate to say this, you see the school shootings and the mass shootings, and you keep seeing them and seeing them and seeing them and seeing them.
Right.
And welcome to everybody joining us. And it's almost like, at first it's shocking. And then it's just like, oh my God. And then it becomes, oh, there's another one. And it's terrible. It's terrible. So what if our energy is being used or entrained or synchronized en masse together using, say corporate owned media and social media and manipulating algorithms to make sure that we stay angry and fearful and hateful and divided and depressed, and at those lower vibrations, as we stay at 20 instead of 700 plus, especially if we are affecting other people. If we're affecting other people and making them miserable also, and making them fearful also, and making them freaked out, and just spreading, that whisper down the lane thing, and everything synchronizes like with, could we not be used and manipulated to create more mass events? Maybe, here's a crazy thought. Again, just conspiracy theory. Hang on.
Wait, where's your hat?
Right. I need my tinfoil hat here if I'm going to do a conspiracy. All right, tinfoil hat time. Look at Bret Michaels now. Maybe it's not. Hang on. Shit. It's not working out. There we go.
There you go.
Fix my foil. I'm fixing my foil right here. All right, ready? Here's my conspiracy theory. Maybe, again, total conspiracy theory. Maybe it's not climate change. Maybe it's not certain things that we're being told it is. Maybe it's actually us and our energy that manifests these things to us. So we know that like energy attracts like.
Right.
So good, positive energy brings more of that to you. Bad, negative energy attracts more of that to you also. So imagine what bad, negative energy and fear in mass, entrained times 100, super force field, like everybody freaked out because all you're giving them is you're all going to die energy. Imagine what that puts out into the world. And imagine what that brings back to you.
Every day when you turn on the TV, you see
Mhm.
more.
Mhm.
You see mass hysteria. But
Yeah.
when you go to a concert, what happens?
Yeah.
Everybody's there for the
Exactly.
same reason. You're quite united. Everybody's
Mhm.
having a good time. Everybody's jumping and dancing.
Yep.
So we saw that on the Ren Fair on Saturday too. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something I just don't think they want. They don't want us united and, you know, they don't want us at a higher energy frequency.
No. And it feels good when it is that way though.
Yeah. Yep.
So get out of the house, do things. Doesn't cost money to go in.
Well, I think that's why it's super important that you have to get out and find the joy every day, all throughout
Yes.
your day. And the gratitude is actually a really high energy level too. So if
Oh
you
yeah.
stop and think about 3 things that you're happy for, it automatically changes your entire vibration and your energy.
What are you happy for today?
My hat. My hat that people
Uh-huh.
showed up here. So thanks for everybody showing up. We appreciate it.
Okay.
And let's see. That I have leftovers so I don't have to cook tonight. Woo! How about you?
Glad to be here. Glad my work day's over. So I am grateful to be healthy.
Yes.
And I have a new camera and it's fucking working.
Yay!
Let's see. What about you guys in the chat? What are you grateful for today?
Mhm.
Give us something besides
And what's
some
your
odd
opinion?
dad jokes I see.
Yeah, mind you, I'm not saying that there's no climate change. There obviously
Oh.
is. It's getting freaking hot as fuck. I'm just saying that these anomaly storms and things like that, certain things, maybe we're bringing more of it to us. Oops.
Yes.
Oh, see?
What?
What?
Was
Don't
it
want to
listening
open
to?
your third eye. Don't watch this video. Yeah, that was one of my videos that I was watching earlier. So my third eye
Don't live with
Kabbalah
a
video.
woman? What's up with that, bigwig?
Don't live with a woman.
What?
Really? Is that what you're
You
saying?
said something about Taylor Swift. Puke.
Yeah, you're about to get kicked out of here, bigwig. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, don't live with a woman and you're talking about
Shake
liking Taylor
shake
Swift.
it off. Shake it off.
up. Yeah, there was some corgis in there for you.
Oh, was there?
But if you're
Oh, okay. What do you guys think of that theory? I know you're rather open-minded, but I have another theory. You want to hear it?
Fear mongers, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of fearmongers. And Ali says the climate change fearmonger always assume that the worst case scenario, like an apocalyptic or something. Yes, yeah. So I mean,
yep.
honestly, I mean, let's be straight here.
Sorry.
Let's be straight. Well, we have had some pretty severe weather, but
yeah.
And a lot of people, especially in North Carolina, they have more people have died, and they're still turning up the bodies in Western North Carolina than in 9/11, and the press is ignoring this. The media is ignoring it.
I saw your post about that.
They are radio silent. Let me say that again. More
Yeah.
people died in Western North Carolina from Hurricane Helene than 9/11, and nobody is covering it.
Crazy
Okay,
shit.
just in case that you didn't know what was happening. It's happening over there. There are people without homes or people without drinkable water. It is bad.
Is there anybody in the group here that felt that way?
They need help. They need help. So, and the response is pathetic. It's been beyond pathetic. It's been. Oh, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted that they would send so much money overseas to other countries and not take care of our own. It really upsets me.
Do you know if it? What?
Elliot says, I'm grateful I'm a free man after a POS went right through a yield and missed my passenger side by inches and then sped right through a school zone. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You're lucky.
We're
you are very lucky.
Here.
That's good. Bigwig says FEMA needs to go. Yeah, they do. They really, really do. they have just screwed up left, right, and center over everything. And like I said last week, we know what some of their MO is. So
that's a good question, War Demon. You see what he was saying too?
Yeah. Yep. So
is anybody in the chat here on the East Coast, like North Carolinas or South Carolina or anything? I'm curious at what they're seeing up there, if anything.
So Pete says, I'm grateful America was saved from of tyranny and war. Michael says it's hotter here in Florida every year round with very little winter. It really is. And it's abnormally hot, warm right now. And it's just disgusting. So I have air conditioning on. It was 90 degrees the weekend before this one, still in Florida. It's gross. Yeah. It doesn't help that they're deforesting like crazy and building and building and building and building. We need, shade. In Florida, there's that joke in Florida, the best parking spot is not the closest one in Florida, it's the one that's shaded. And we're having a harder and harder time finding the shaded spots. Mm-hmm.
All right, I was just reading what everybody was saying.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Winona says it's interesting if another interesting what if possibility I saw this week is that aliens actually come from the ocean.
Okay, tell me more.
Yeah, I guess we missed that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Send it to us.
Well, a lot of the ocean's undiscovered, right?
Yes.
So, and then here's another theory I have. Well, I still have the hat on. We all know people. Hang on. I have serious dry throat. We all know people who have been confronted with facts and truths and science, and they still refuse to change their minds. They cling to their whatever it's called, their narrative. And we're using this term cognitive dissonance a lot. And I'm not sure that's what it is. I'm thinking it's more about being a herd mentality. So I think a lot of people cling to what they think and don't want to change their minds, which, by the way, being open-minded is not really like being willing to listen to other points of view. It means being willing to change your mind based on the facts presented. And we know that the science is the science. The science is not wrong. It's the delivery of the science that gets it wrong. It's the person who has a narrative that they're trying to promote. So that's where we get it skewed. The science isn't wrong. The scientists often have been paid. So when people are loath to change their minds based on facts, or as I like to say, time will tell, because generally time will tell. Whatever we have a theory about today, after time, we will find out what's going on. I think it's more about a herd mentality. If they were to change their mind, they would be ousted from their groups, their family, their friends. And it's more about belonging to a herd. People love to belong to a group. They like to feel included. So I think that's why they cling to whatever it is they believe, because their family and friends all believe the same thing too. And we almost all live in a bubble where everybody believes what they believe. It's like, I have blinders on. This is what I think. I don't want to see anything else. La, 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 la. Don't show me that. So we watch the news that aligns with our views. We have our comments and our social media curated to align with whatever it is that we think. And we're all guilty of it. Echo chambers, bubbles. I remember we were doing something during the election, and I was reading things on all the Democrat side, and I was like, well, this, and some of my friends are like, well, where are you getting that? I'm like, because I read both sides. I get newsletters from all of them. I'm like, so you got to be aware of this, and this. It's not just all this. So, and this is something that is a real concern over here. So yeah, it's really helpful. And it really also broadens you as a person to make sure that you're getting a bigger picture. Even if you feel that one side is where you lean, try to be aware of everything if you can. Read it all, watch it all.
Absolutely. Peter said, talk about pendulums, and it's exactly that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate that you guys are here, and we try to do all that too and cover everything. And Bigwig says, my personal opinion on climate change is this: the planet goes through cycles. 500 years ago, we had a mini ice age. 1,000 years before that, Greenland was green, and that's why the Vikings settled there. Actually, no. Yes and no. Greenland was given the name Greenland because they wanted more Vikings to settle there, and what's his face? Leif Erikson was kind of kicked out of his clan. So he went there, and he thought if he gave it a nice name, people would also come with him. So Iceland and then Greenland. So,
interesting.
But on the rest of it, I agree with you. I think that everything is cyclical. We don't factor in polar shifts and solar flares and a lot of things that naturally happen. We also don't factor in the fact that we have underwater volcanoes that are heating up the waters tremendously. So when we have warmer waters, it leads to a lot of other things. So yeah, we're blaming it all on fossil fuels, which is a big. I think that's no. Right. It is not mainly fossil fuels. It's not mainly cows, and we are deforesting like crazy, and not just the Amazon, everywhere. And we have a lot of where the earth constantly changes. And you have to think about something. Up until like 200 years ago, the recorded information we had was people walking outside with a thermometer that maybe worked, maybe didn't work, and writing it down and then recording it in a farmer's almanac. So how accurate, how far back can we go and be super accurate? What do we know? Everything they've said would happen has not happened. So the coral reefs didn't disappear. The ozone layer repaired itself. We have to let things repair themselves too. That's part of it. We had acid rain was going to kill us all. Remember that one?
Oh yeah,
that was a big one. So, but the thing is, we have to let things repair themselves. We have to back off a little and repair themselves, or we have to back off and let it happen too. I think one of the biggest issues we're running into right now is plastics. So we're using plastic for everything. I mean, everything. There's nothing that isn't being used with plastic. It doesn't break down. It's getting everywhere. So
also it's recycled into your clothes now.
It's in your clothes. The stretchy clothes are plastic. It's getting into it's breaking the blood-brain barrier. There are newborn babies that are born with plastic in them already. It's being passed along by their mothers, and this is becoming a problem. So, I think it's something that we have to move to using less of and being more aware of. And I think the number one thing to do is be aware of your cookware. Change your cookware. Like when plastics get heated up, that's when they release a lot of the toxin and the problems. So if you can change your cookware out to cast iron or ceramic, and change your utensils out as well. So if you can eat from better options, do that. If you can't do anything else, just do that. You know what I mean?
You can buy like a glass, let's say, set up with, the plastic lids, even if you prefer. Like I have that, all the different sizes. At least if you're going from the freezer to the microwave,
right?
Things like that. You can,
Yeah, don't microwave plastic ever. When plastics are heated up, that's when the problems come. And don't leave your water bottles in the car, in the heat. Don't do that. So, yes, Ben Rob. Greenland has ice and Iceland has green. Exactly.
What are you talking about? The microbeads?
Right now. Microbeads are a big thing now? Do tell. Unless you're talking about the microplastics. So Elliot says the climate horror Al Gore said the East Coast was going to be underwater by 2015. Well, what's interesting? What's interesting is how much of Florida Bill Gates bought. He owns a lot of Tampa and a lot of Florida. So, hi, Chowny Man. Welcome. So, I mean, if he believed it was going to be washed away and wiped out, why did he buy so much land here? Oh, Ben Robb says fish consume the plastic. They look like beads because they look like food. Okay, yes. And then we eat the fish. This is also happening. So they're feeding. Sometimes they throw the food to the pork. They don't even unwrap it. It's still in the plastic because the pigs will eat anything. So they're literally feeding the hogs, and they're not even taking it out of the packaging. So the hogs are eating the plastic too, and it's not breaking down. So it's in the meat, and we're eating the plastic in the pork. And it's primarily more in pork than anything else. It's another reason I stopped eating pork. So, yes. So there's there. Huh?
As I drink out of plastic here. Whoops.
Metal. Thank you, Chuck. This is one of my favorite cups. Everyone was thinking it. I just said it.
Yeah, I do use the glassware and stuff, as you know. But
yes. I only feed my hogs, my
enemies.
Nice one. I actually wrote a story about that in school once.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
It was a story of they were trying to get rid of a pedophile. And so to torture him, they covered him in slop. And they had a giant female hog, and the rope kept fraying. It was called frayed rope. And they let the rope keep fraying until she basically killed him and ate him. He was just tied up. So, yeah. I don't know. I write some sick stuff. Yeah.
Well, you do have a little bit of something else in you there. Italian, Philly, something.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm a road doll kind of person where it's James and the Giant Peach or it's Switch Bitch. There's no in between.
Will pigs eat the bone? That's
they will eat everything. Pigs will eat a human body. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yes. They are an excellent way to, yes.
Disposal.
Yep.
So, there's not a whole lot of waterways to throw people in anymore.
I know. And you can find them that way too, the alligators sometimes will, take them down and bury them until they get nice and rotted, and then they'll eat them. And there's that period of like 3 days where they can be found.
Did you hear? You made me think of the Everglades when you said that, so I went right to the snakes we have down there.
Thank you, Peter. Oh yeah, go ahead.
And I heard something that there is another snake that's feeding on the pythons.
Really?
I haven't looked it up. I don't know exactly what kind, or if it's a natural progression that the ones that lived primarily in Florida are now eating the invasive species.
Oh, good. That's a good thing, right?
Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it would.
Good.
That's true. Gators will eat something. Doesn't have to be dead yet. Doesn't have to rot. So they'll eat fresh stuff. You just dangle it in front of them long enough, like a human being or a dog get loose. There was somebody started at work today. He's from Oregon. He's only been here a month, and he was saying today, "Wow, there's so much wildlife in Florida." That's the first thing I said. Has anybody taught you about this wildlife yet?
Yeah, you kind of need to know.
Yeah, definitely.
You need to know. You guys want to hear a couple of interesting things that I learned or found out? You guys know who Julia Butterfly Hill is? You know that name? All right. So this is a woman who climbed up a redwood tree because they were going to deforest an entire section of redwood trees. It was a furniture company to make chairs. So she climbed up and spent 738 days in a tree without coming down. And Fury, what's up? Welcome. So 738 days in a tree. And she relied on the kindness of strangers and friends to bring her food. In the meantime, the corporations were spraying her with stuff, dumping water on her, burning tires to try and get her out. They couldn't get her out. So after 738 days, they stopped. They couldn't get her out. So they ended up not cutting down the redwood trees. And, the furniture company went out of business. And if anybody tells you one person can't make a difference, there you go. She made a difference. So
I have heard that story before. I didn't
yeah,
realize
Julia Hill.
It, but more people should do that. I wonder if that's helped the Greenpeace movement that goes on out there in California.
I don't know.
I know redwoods are a big deal.
Yeah. Well, there was 100-year-old, or maybe it was I remember something majestic, like maybe it was 1,000-year-old tree. Her name was Julia Butterfly Hill. Julia Hill. So here's another one. Okay. Birth control changes who women are attracted to. It changes how they're receptive to pheromones. So a lot of times when they stop taking birth control, they change who they're attracted to. So usually women who are on birth control tend to be attracted to more effeminate men. And then once they stop taking their birth control, they tend to go for something a little more masculine, which is very, that was a scientific study. I just read it, but I kind of knew it because I've seen it happen to some of my friends where they will get off the birth control. And then all of a sudden, like, they're like with this with their husbands, they're like, yeah, no, get the fuck away from me. Mm-hmm.
It can cause divorce. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. So if you're happily married and you're on birth control, keep her on it. So
there's another reason for bigwig there.
Yeah, that's funny because she cost all those people their jobs. What a bitch. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah.
I think he's really on a woman hating spree tonight, Bigwig.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Hopefully, deep breaths. You're on a show with women. Deep breath.
A medical student in China exposed a live organ transplant situation by hospitals run by the CCP, and he died. He fell off of a building, and then his parents found in his computer his recordings saying that they were doing live organ transplants from patients. They were giving them chemo, and they were using whatever it took to get them in and claiming that they had cancer, and then taking their organs from them. And the reason this is relevant to us, and then when he exposed them, he had an accident and died. Why this is relevant is because 2 states just had to outlaw imported organs from China. Florida's not one of them. We're still taking the Chinese organs that could have been pulled out of people without their consent, or so yes, that's
Black
happening.
Market.
Just happening. Yeah, that's happening. Let's see. We had it was an interesting thing with gun stats this week, where somebody was saying that they were hoping that War Demon, yeah. I was wondering, we should follow up with that sinkhole in China that they found live plants and stuff. There was a giant sinkhole in China, and they found living organisms way down there. So we should find that and follow up with it.
Yeah, I just pulled up something on it.
So just so you know, people, So next time somebody tells you about the gun stats in America, more than 54% of our gun stats in the United States are, sadly, suicides. For some reason, our country feels the need to count suicides by gun into our gun crime stats. I don't think any other country does that, but yeah, the overwhelming majority, more than half are actually suicides, unfortunately. And our suicide rates are rather high. So there's a lot of gun stats. So this is not actual crime against other people. So when you're talking with other people, you should know that, because our stats seem outrageous until you break it down and see what they are.
Here's something too. Okay, as long as in the last, let's say, 30 years, what do you think is the most prolific crime with guns? They say it's now, and guns should be banned and stuff.
The most
actually
prolific crime?
Crime by gun.
The most prolific crime by gun? I was going to guess suicide.
When do you think it was, though? Do you think it was like 2000s?
Oh, God, I'm thinking the 1800s.
No, believe it or not, 1979 was the biggest year on gun
Real
stats
1979
for violent crime. That didn't include, back then, they didn't include the suicides with it. So if you look up the stats, you will see that it's out there. Of course, they're purging the web.
They are changing all the stats, aren't they? That's why you need to get it from books. So
that's true. And looking at all that, 1979 was one of the biggest years ever recorded.
Well, there's a theory on that, and it has to do. I'll tell you in a second. And Elliot Spaceman says it's so fun knowing the powers that be lie with all the stats to fit their narrative, and I think that's exactly it. That's the whole point. Cool, awesome, dude. Thank you for the biddies. Woo. All right, so the crime stats were going up until about 16 years after Roe versus Wade passed. And then all of a sudden they started to drop. So the theory was, and we should look to Ireland and Romania for this too, because they were the last ones to do pass abortion. The theory was there were so many kids being born to mothers or to parents who didn't have time. They didn't want to raise the kids. They were being thrown basically out on the streets. Bored kids tend to get into trouble. So people, the crime stats were going out of control. We were, more people were having more kids. There was more violent crimes, more break-ins, more cars, more car break-ins, more robberies. Then all of a sudden that dropped once you got about 15, 16 years after Roe v. Wade. So
interesting.
There's one reason to support it, even if you're not pro-choice. If you look at the numbers and the stats and compare them, if you care about crime rates and you care about safety, when people don't want children and can't raise them, and there's not that much of a safety net for which to have them in a country like America, bad things tend to happen, and those bad things can happen to other people. So
unfortunately, there's not enough foster care. There's not enough help out there for kids. Too many kids are on the street. Yeah. Now you got sex trafficking and everything else that has exploded.
Excuse me.
So it was always there, but it's exploded.
Yeah. Yep. So let's see. There's something else.
One of the things you brought up was how phones were and social media. Something about
what
social media was brought around for the scrolling effect of gambling addiction.
Oh my God! Yeah, you guys. I needed to refresh on this, but so they created we should have done our research beforehand because it was a while ago that I heard this, but social media was designed to imitate slot machines and gambling, to tap into that part of your brain to where you're refresh. So you can constantly kind of get that addiction and that dopamine hit. So yeah, it's no wonder that there's so much death scrolling, and we're losing our minutes and hours and days and years to social media. It was designed to capture you.
Yeah. In fact, there's one site that I just found that was from this year that says social platforms are contributing to the rise of gambling.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I mean, it goes back and forth, and I do see exactly what you're talking about. Social media copies gambling methods.
Yeah.
The same techniques.
Yeah, there's these people smart. I mean, the people designing all this stuff. I mean, they how to tap into the mind. The psychologists, and they know.
Yeah,
they know.
Don't. Right.
Yeah, you use them. Use social media. Don't let it use you.
Right.
It's harder and harder, to do that. But just be aware. Be aware of the manipulation. Be aware of the low vibration of fear and anger versus enlightenment and joy. Be aware. Oh God, I hate this. I need more. Be aware of the way that social media is set up to keep you in and grab you. Be aware of the fact that it's nice to turn off the TV and you're being pelted by literally programming. They are programming you. Television. There's a reason it's called spelling. So this is all a thing. And be aware of the people. I believe that they are not willing to change their mind because there's this herd thing, and they're afraid that they're going to be outed by their friends and family. This is why people join churches. This is why they join groups. This is why they, people have a need to be part of a community. And if you have a dissenting voice, you're not welcome.
So it's the middle of winter. Nothing really going on for any groups. You're stuck, let's say, I don't know, Connecticut, in the woods, in the mountains.
Okay.
And you have nothing but internet in the news. What can you do besides reading books 24/7? Get away from it. What do you suggest?
You start hosting card games. You host a game night. You host dinner parties. You host art night, and everybody paints.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a group together, and everybody does something different. So start shifting it. You sign up. You go sign up for a gym and for workout classes.
I'm saying in the dead of winter when you can't go anywhere and it's freezing out.
Why the fuck can't you go anywhere? Why can't you go anywhere?
It's ice, Connecticut. What are you gonna do? You're stuck at home.
How often does that happen? I mean, yeah. I don't think it happens that much. I mean,
no, you're right. It does not. But
it's dead of winter and you're snowed in. Get outside.
Animals.
Yeah, get outside and start shoveling shit.
Hey, TED Talk.
There you go.
So.
There you go.
Yeah. No thanks.
Cool, awesome, dude. Thank you.
No TV, no beer. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch The Shining. So, I like your idea. Man. But yeah, the video gaming streaming too. I'm not sure if that's I don't know. If you're involved with people on the streaming for video games with the headgear and all that, I can imagine that must be an issue.
Yeah. And when it says downsize, a lot of those meetup activities are taking place virtually now. I see that. That's depressing.
Who wants that? COVID.
Yeah.
Sure
need to do that.
6 foot away from everybody.
Dumb.
Don't forget that you were talking about vitamin D earlier.
Yes, so, I mentioned it, but yeah, you can't take enough vitamin D. And this time of year with the lacking of the light, and a lot of people aren't getting outside because it's getting colder. take vitamin D. Take high doses of vitamin D. It also helps ward off depression. It raises your mood. Get your vitamin D. So you can take it morning, afternoon, night. And if you're, under the weather, it really helps. Now, also, if you are in North Carolina, the Saturday, November 30th after Thanksgiving, I will be there too in Winston-Salem at WrestleCade. So come see me. And I am still doing a Christmas card. I have actually got a lot done, and a lot of people asked for one. So I got a lot of addresses going.
Good.
So a lot of addresses. Anyway. I have room for a few more.
You still have time to sign up though, right?
Yes. Yeah. You can go to patreon.com, April Hunter, and there's a post there on how to get one.
Good.
So let's see. Yeah, Elliot, the sun going down early has been brutal, and it's weird and it sucks. It's so dark. No. You're asking if I have Cash App? I don't think it's posted anywhere. I think it's April Hunter 13. I can tell you right now. Why, you want to send me a tip? You want to send me some coffee money? Hang on, let me see. Cash App. La 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 la. My phone's so slow because it's old. It is. Yeah. April Hunter 13. Ow. Yes, that is my Cash App. Feel free to throw dollars at me. I love it. So I love it. Let's see. And thank you, Cool Awesome Dude. I really appreciate it. Very, very much. Oh, you guys. Yes, that is me. So thank you. I saw a movie that has not really been advertised. It's kind of flying under the radar, and I know why. But if you have not seen Reagan with Dennis Quaid, holy shit, it's good. You're not going to see, it's not going to be like a lot of action, and it's not going to be a lot of stuff being blown up, but it is a slow and steady, very good movie that is very relevant to now. Extremely relevant to now. And one of the things that he points out immediately is that communism has infected Hollywood. And that is probably why nobody was advertising this movie. So, yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, if you get a chance, check out Reagan. Very good film.
Definitely will.
So, in Elliot's Basement, I saw Voodoo.
Okay.
So, had to, but yeah, you can. I think you can get it on Prime. If it's one of those ones you still have to pay for, but it's worth it. Elliot's saying Walmarts have stopped taking $1 bills. Really? I haven't heard that. Is that true? Or is it?
I don't know. Yeah.
I hope not.
It's still money. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, they can't stop taking any money. It's legal tender. So, yeah, they're not allowed to refuse money. Don't forget that, you guys. No one's allowed to refuse your money.
Oh, looks like that's been debunked.
Okay. So we're good, right? They're still taking money.
And it says Walmart is not stopping the acceptance of dollar bills. I don't know. So it says, it looks like it was something that came out. Bad news on Reuters, go figure.
Yeah, Reuters. They were the worst.
Reuters, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. Reuters. I don't know how you say it. Okay. So, yeah, that pretty much covers it. I also saw something earlier today. I will share with you a little bit and then let you guys go because we have to do a second show for Thanksgiving since we're not going to be around to do it that night. But I wanted to share this with you. Somebody posted this. So it says, few things are funnier than watching Elon devalue his own company. So the tweet allegedly from Elon Musk said, accounts posting pictures of various food items, including their own meals, will be marked for engagement farming and automatically suspended. So you see that?
Yeah.
Now, of course, if you see the amount of people that are commenting, there's so many people
12 million?
Yeah, bajillion people commenting, and they're automatically going off. So, and and that's posted by Dystopian Taily. Now, this is what I'm talking about with earlier. What if you're being manipulated? Now, let me show you something real quick. All right. That is not Elon Musk's page. This is Elon Musk's page. So, I don't know what that was, but so he also had posted something about how he said Britain is going full Stalin because they're going after the farmers. So somebody made a fake tweet. People were really upset about it. And I said, you could, I posted and I said, kind of who are the conspiracy theorists now? That's not even Musk's account. It takes 2 seconds to confirm, and there's no direct link to that tweet, which I couldn't find anywhere. It doesn't seem in character for his comments unless in jest. This is wildly irresponsible to post and nothing but propaganda. If you don't like somebody, that's fine, but don't be part of the problem and contribute to tearing down the fabric of our society. Please do better. So, a lot of people went over to Blue Sky, and now I guess it's just a matter of trying to run Elon into the ground. Whatever. If you like them, you don't like them, I don't really care. It's fine. You can do whatever makes you happy. But don't contribute to the disinformation and propaganda.
Right.
So that's all. Don't do fake tweets. Don't say he's going after farmers when that's not his thing.
No.
So, yeah.
Be positive, everybody. We'll get through it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Spread joy.
Yeah. Sorry, X, not Twitter. They moved away from Twitter because of the Twitter files. So, yes, Allie, exactly. Fake screenshot. What was stunning to me is not a single person asked for a direct link and just started being angry right away and going off. That's what I'm saying. Please be aware when you're being manipulated. Before you jump on and start being angry, understand that there are a lot of accounts out there whose job is to just do stuff like that and to get under your skin. So that's just par for course. So understand and recognize the manipulation and don't fall for it. Don't spread it. Don't be part of it. So call it out if you want, but just be aware of it.
I don't know anything really about this Blue Sky thing.
Yeah, I set up an account since you guys suggested it. It's actually not,
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any followers or anything over there, but
everything allows.
It's what do you like to follow? I'm like animals, so I'm getting all the animal posts. So there you go.
That's good.
It's shiny happy.
Unfortunately, everything is AI. I don't care if you're using Google or whatever.
Yeah, cool. Awesome dude said a lot of people, especially content creators, flocking to Blue Sky to escape the harassment. A lot of people who are left-leaning don't like the right-leaning. They feel that X is right-leaning. And here's my take on that. Honestly, I think, again, remember what I said about us living in an echo chamber? I think what happened was Twitter banned those voices. So what you had back then was you had a lot of left-leaning people on there, and a lot of people lost their accounts. And then when Elon came back, he allowed them all back on. So now you have a lot of left-leaning people who are upset because they don't actually believe in free speech. If you are not okay with someone else's opinion, you don't actually believe in free speech. Because to believe in free speech means you have to respect that other people are allowed to have free speech too. So now they think that X has become a shit show or whatever. So now they just want to go over and start their own thing on Blue Sky and turn it into basically a more liberal thing like they tried to do with Threads, but Threads kind of got integrated too. So, and at the moment it's less bots and, like Cool Awesome Dude says, less drama. It probably won't stay that way, but enjoy it while it lasts. I mean, because everybody,
I'll go check it out.
Because, quite honestly, people fuck everything up. So cheers. We love our people. We love our humans. We don't like our people. So, But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. But like I said, there's always one person who screws it up for everybody. That's one thing we can count on. So, anyway.
That's true. And in this world, there's more than one nowadays.
Yeah. And Allie says Jack Dorsey's Twitter was no better. People who hate Elon with a burning passion have rose-tinted glasses. Yeah. Yep. And Peter says Blue Sky seems to be a little bit more social or personal than it is commercial. Not the best venue for businesses, large or small, but a fascinating look at random weirdness, kind of like a really early days on the internet. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And Ben Robb says, gotta take the good with the bad or it ain't free. Yeah, exactly. Peter says, a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. Yes. Winona said, these people only believe in conditional free speech. You always have to agree with them. It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. And that's why that's why we have the A show for the people who are all over the place. We love our left, we love our right, we love our moderates, and we love the fact that there is a moderate voice. Allie said there's an account called MomButt, and she said it best. Twitter clones fail because they pander to the communities. X/Twitter is not a community. I forgot the rest of what she said, but it was funny. Oh, you have to send that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Carlin, right?
Gosh, he was great.
Animals are calmer than humans, actually. Oh my God. We're just talking about that.
Yeah.
Thanks, War Demon.
Yeah.
We're saying if you want to understand everything in the world, just watch nature. You will understand everything in the world watching nature, including animals. Freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequences. You're exactly right. That's why it's hard to say things sometimes. It's scary. Yeah. So thanks, you guys. And thank you. Let's see. I have to check that one out. But appreciate the heads up. And Peter also says, not quite. I can see why you might have thought so, but it's actually a quote from Men in Black. I have to rewatch that movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know. There's a lot of wisdom in there.
Yeah.
A lot of wisdom. I forget the movie. I saw one on reincarnation, and I forget the film, but he was saying anybody who uses more than, he's like, we call you guys small brains. Ha, 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 ha. He's like, anybody using more than 5% of your brain, you guys just don't want to be on Earth. And I was like,
what?
Winona says it's ironic that we are always called a cult, yet who is having their head shaved and getting blue heart tattoos? Oh, that's a thing, right?
Not us.
I wouldn't shave my head unless I had to.
Would you?
No,
I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do anything over an election. If it had gone the other way, I'd just be like, oh well, that sucks. If I've gone this way, I'm like, oh well, now we got to watch out and make sure. Honestly, we got to make sure we didn't swap out a bunch of billionaires who have their own interests in mind for another set of billionaires who have their own interests in mind. Because that's where we are right now. Did we just swap out a bunch of billionaires who have their own interests in mind? I don't know. We might just swapped out. We still have to watch them.
Right.
So, but if I call it Kamala, the young God ninja, if Kamala had one, I'd be like, okay, well, whatever. Radical acceptance. Deal with it. Exactly. I'm not shaving my fucking head. You just live and you just do your thing.
Or all these stupid crying fits and videos I'm seeing.
That's like mental. That is seriously mental.
What the fuck is going on with that?
I don't know. That is really mental. I just don't understand that. That is people who are desperate for attention. There's a very, very bad, that's a victim mentality, desperate for attention.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these people are so young that they don't even remember previous administrations accurately.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. And on the what Bigwig is saying too, how much money she ended up with. She has returned that money. By law, she had to anyway, but
Yeah.
you know, and actually Trump has too, depending on what the situation was. But
Yeah. I thought her final speech was a pretty good one. And it was actually, in my opinion, that was the best that has sounded.
I agree.
I thought if she had done that the entire time, she would have done pretty well, I think. She was fiery. She seemed genuine. And she wasn't stumbling all over herself or coming off fake.
Right. No, I agree.
She seemed the most genuine I'd ever seen her.
Yep.
So
I agree.
I don't know, either she just screwed up or listened to some bad advice, or she just I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. And
what?
Anyway, you are welcome, Ben Rob. We will let you guys go. You guys have a great night. Go get your snacks. Bring some snacks. Go get some snacks. And we're not going to have a live show next week because, we never do on the week of Thanksgiving because most people are traveling or having family in, but we are going to pre-tape a show. So if you do want to see the show, we are going to put a little something up for you. And hopefully we have those videos downloaded so we can add them in.
Yes.
Okay. Are we doing them for the next one?
I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Okay. All right. No, I think you're right. Yeah. So thank you very much for being here, and I appreciate you listening with an open mind to my what ifs, and just bear in that we might be creating our own hell here on Earth, and we might be spreading it to other people too. So the energy that we are putting out there, that is a personal responsibility thing. Like we do need to be aware of what we're putting out, not just like our output when we go to the store and stuff, but also what we're putting on social media. So we might need to be more diligent. Like, what are we spreading? What are we sharing? Is this true? Is this factual? We might be creating something that's a lot worse than we realize. We might be creating storms. We might be creating, more than we realize. And affecting people's, at the bare minimum, affecting people's mental health. And
Right.
Ben Rob, be the change you want to see. Yeah, there was a thing that before you can change the world, before anyone can change the world, they must change themselves. So I leave you with that. Let's rein in the hostility. Let's because good energy is just as contagious. Let's see if we can be that. Let's see if we can spread that. So let's do that, because I'd rather be at 700 than 20. So, all right, you guys. Mwah. I hope to see some of you in North Carolina at WrestleCade. And thank you for being here. We will kind of see you next Tuesday. And you guys have a great night. And you can go to patreon.com, April Hunter, or Eva D, who does not have her thing up. Eva D Spirit 1, right?
I don't know where it went.
It's on her social media, right? All right.
Yes.
Eva, you have anything else to add?
No.
All right, cool.
Go like it. Go like the page. Support this. Support the A show. Support April.
Be my bra.
There you go.
All right, you guys. Good night and happy. Yeah, there you go. We're sending money. April 113 on Cash App. Brilliant, Ben Rob. Thank you. Mwah.